They said I should be grateful for the weight of your last name, that loving you was entry to some prearranged refrain, that I should drape myself in your ancestral accolades. Darling, I've been reading the fine print, consider me unswayed. You were baptized in Burgundy, never earned a single drop. Crest upon your blazer like your bloodline bought the clock. Monogrammed entitlement, initials on the rock. Even gilded cages, darling, still confine the peacock strut. I am not the portrait hung obediently on your wall, not the dormant trust fund waiting patient in the hall. Your forebears built the empire, but the mortar starts to fall. Turns out old foundations crack beneath the man too small. You studied at the schools that teach you how to look the part, perfected every vow, never cultivated heart. Wore nonchalance like cashmere, draped it loosely from the start. But I seen beneath the line in love, and there's nothing in that card. Oh, you speak as though the centuries owe you courtesy, as though the mere fact of your birth is some divine attorney. But I've read the ledger, darling, all those columns, all that ink, and the balance, I'm afraid, is not as rich as you think. Oh, your silver tongue is tarnished, love. Your pedigree is merely parchment, love. I read the deed, your name was gifted, not inscribed. So pardon me for leaving what I never could enshrine. You kept me like an artifact, love, behind the velvet rope and glass. But I was never meant for display, love. In the museum of your ego, darling, I have left at last. You speak invented grievances, archived and pressed like wine. Demand I tend the vineyard while you lord the entire vine. I'm not your quieted heirloom, I'm the clause you overlooked. The amendment in the contract, honey, read the final book. Your mother wore pearls to swallow every slight with grace. Smiled across the dinner table, never showed a trace. I wear mine on my exit, they look better leaving than in place. You called it temperament, I call it sovereign appetite for space. You kept the conversation just beyond my comprehension. Reference dead philosophers to justify your condescension. Drop the Latin phrase whenever I required your attention. Darling, obscure is not the same as depth, just so I mention. I remembered the autumn in Biarritz when you corrected how I sat. Told me how a woman of your station doesn't gesture like that. But I wasn't born to table manners, I was born to something flat, something honest, something unvarnished, and you couldn't stomach that. You gave me access but not equity, the guest with no key. Invited to the table but not counted in the we. Oh, you loved the way I softened every room I entered free. But you wanted me ambient, not seen. A lamp, not the decree. I watched you fawn at tailored men whose names opened the door. Saw you shrink your 7 virtues down to impressing the beat floor. You called it networking, I called it what it was before. Performed aristocracy, and darling, I keep score. Your silver tongue is tarnished, love. Your pedigree is merely parchment, love. I read the deed, your name was gifted, not inscribed. So pardon me for leaving what I never could enshrine. The manor holds your secrets, but the grounds will not hold me. Every room you gilded only amplify my need to flee. Your lineage is a lattice, pretty prison carved in oak. I'm the ivy that grew through it, beautiful and broke free. You said I'd be nothing without the altitude you lent, that a woman of my origin should treasure what you meant. But altitude, my darling, is just thinness of the air, and I was built for oxygen, not rarefied despair. So go back to your curated vintage G-Stat Geneva Grey. Find a woman who mistakes your silence for something to obey. Dress her in your mother's expectations, show her how to stay. But she will learn what I have learned, the price you make them pay. I took nothing on the way out but the clarity I'd earned. Left the champagne in the country house and every bridge I burned. Left the portrait of your grandmother watching from the hall. Left the version of myself that learned to make herself so small. I'm the sentence in the will they never thought to write, the kind of soul that surfaces in unforgiving light. I'm what happens when the woman you ignore reclaims the night. I'm the inheritance of nobody, and darling, that's my right. You'll commission some new muse, another quiet, gracious face. She'll rearrange the flowers and she'll know to keep a place. And maybe in a decade she'll stand here in my exact space, reading the same watermark beneath the same gilded disgrace. Oh, your silver tongue is tarnished, love. Your pedigree is merely parchment, love.